Hello folks, welcome to the Monday forecast. So let's take a look at the market. Here we have the euro and the US dollar and this pair. So I was in a trade right here on the FTMO challenge account. So I did not take this on my live account. I only took it on the challenge account as it was the last day and I was trying to get a free repeat. So I did enter this reversal right here. Let me take you through it. So we did have this small ascending at the top of this impulse. Right here we got a good break for a reversal. As you can see by this candle, we got a clean close. So this was for me a really nice opportunity to try and save the FTMO challenge. But for my live account this was not enough. I wanted to see a bit more. This was just not that high probability that I was looking for. So then I did enter this trade and I managed to bank the needed amount to get a free repeat on the challenge account. I actually risked 2% for this trade on the challenge account and managed to get it above break even, and now I do have another challenge which I will start with the first trade that I take. So really happy about that, managed to save it and get another opportunity. And currently what I'm seeing in the price action, so let's take a look. We got a huge wick right here and now we have this range. So this is definitely to be expected. When we do get a huge wick, we usually do have a larger, wider range. So what I'm expecting more range bound price action, especially because Mondays and Tuesdays are predominantly range bound days. So we also need to be careful about these liquidity areas. So what I would suggest is look at how the price breaks to the upside or to the downside. So do we maybe ascend into a liquidity area and then get a nice reversal down? Or do we just break and retrace? Then I would expect more range bound price action. Or see if we do get a large push and then look for a nice flag to go long or any sort of a continuation pattern. So I would say be very careful how the price breaks out of the range. Be careful of the liquidity areas and definitely be a bit more patient because the current price action is just signaling a larger, wider range. So that's it on EU. And now let's take a look at the euro and the Japanese yen. So this pair is also range bound, I have to say. So we did have this small ascending at the top. Right here we did start to ascend. And the prior price action was also kind of ascending. As we can see here, price was struggling to push up. But then we just got a descending and now we broke the high, retraced, got aggressive retrace. So we got a V. What I'm currently waiting for is I'm seeing if we will get this V and then get a small range and then get another push down and look for a nice flag to go short. This is a high probability pattern that I'm very often forecasting because this can definitely happen. So when we do get volatility, also we can get this V and then we can just get a larger range. That is always a possibility. What I'm looking for also for a trade is a nice clean ascending and then a reversal down, or a nice clean descending and then a reversal to the upside like this. But then again, this just needs to be clean price action for me to look for a trade and to negate all of this prior range bound price action. So yeah, I need to see a high probability pattern form. Also, if we get a large push up, I'll look for a flag. Or if we get a large push down, I will also look for a flag. Or maybe get another push, look for that break and retest trade, whatever we do get. And yeah, that's about it. I would say for this pair also be a bit more patient, wait for Wednesday, maybe some setups will start to form, and we usually start to push on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So let's now take a look at the Aussies. Here we have the Aussie and the US dollar, and I do currently have a pending long order at this level right here because I do really like this price action. So let me take you through it. Let me take you through what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing a nice clean descending structure. As you can see, we are just barely breaking the lows and retracing. Broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced. We actually did create a small range here, had a liquidity area, and then what happened, we reached the liquidity area, we left a huge wick, and then we started to reverse to the upside. So that is another very good sign. So for me, this personally is a high probability descending structure because of two factors. The first factor is that we are just breaking the lows, leaving wicks, leaving huge wicks to the downside actually, and we got this range right here. As I just mentioned, we had this liquidity area and we broke into it and retraced. So we have two high probability indicators, and that is why I'm definitely looking for a reversal. And what happened? Well, we got a really nice clean push up with a clean close. Usually when we get a clean close, price tends to continue with that sort of momentum. So this to me is very textbook. I really like this. When you combine the clean descending and the clean push up, two candle break, as you can see, first candle broke, then we got the second candle push, and then we did start to retrace, but we got no momentum shift in this pullback candle, and also no momentum shift in this pullback candle either. So I do, as I said, currently have a pending long order. I'm happy to be tagged in. I would be even happier if this candle closed like this, and then I get tagged in, because then that would actually be a combo trade. A combo is, so first part of the pullback, then a small pause, and then we get the second part of the pullback. And this is also a very high probability continuation pattern, where price usually tends to continue with the momentum. So yeah, this is my entry level. This is the most recent high. That's how I trade. And what I will also be looking for is nice break to the upside, then a retest, because then I'm seeing a nice trend start from a reversal, as you can see here. And I'm also looking for a large impulse and then a nice clean flag. If we do start to ascend like this, I will look for a reversal to a downside. And definitely if we start to ascend, be careful, don't take any long trades. That usually signals that we will reverse to a downside. If we do start to descend, I will look for a reversal to the upside like this, and then a nice flag. Also, what can happen, I don't believe it will happen, but I forecast it because it's always a possibility. Anything can happen. We can get a V, then get a range, and then get a push down, something like this. So let me set an alert so that I know to remove my order if the price breaks the high. And yeah, let's move on to the Aussie Japanese yen. So this is looking good. I'm expecting this to reverse to the upside, and I am definitely looking to buy. Here we have the Aussie and the Japanese yen, and this pair is just, for me personally, it's range bound. What I can see is that we broke the high, left a huge wick, broke the low, left a large wick, and then we got a wide large range as expected, as you can see here. Then we broke the low, retraced, left a huge wick, broke the low, retraced, left another wick, broke the high, left the wick, broke the high, got some momentum, but then got this aggressive retrace. And on the Japanese pairs, when I do see an aggressive retrace, I'm not taking any trades. It usually signals either a larger range, so I'm expecting this, or I am expecting a complete reversal. So something to keep in mind, aggressive retrace, Japanese pairs, I stay out. And the power price action looks pretty crappy, looks heavily range bound. We did get this small descending, but then it just broke the high, left the wick, broke the high again, got some momentum. So I don't see anything here. For me, this is just stuck in this larger range, to be honest. And what I want to see a large push up, a flag, or I want to see a large push so a large push down and then also a flag, I would maybe consider taking a break and retest trade, but I would need to see a nice large impulse that moves away from this liquidity area, because as we know, when we have a range, we have a liquidity area above and we have a liquidity area below. So keep that in mind. If we do ascend into the upper liquidity area, I'll look for a reversal. And if we do descend into the lower liquidity area, I will look for a reversal to the upside. Oops. So I will look for a reversal to the upside like this. Yeah, that's about it. So to sum up, doesn't look that good. Wait for a large impulse up or a large impulse down, or look for an ascending or descending, because the current price is just range bound. That's it for the forecast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So as soon as I take my first trade, I will be starting another 100,000 FTMO challenge. Wish me luck, and let's see what will happen this month.